Okay guys, now we'll go to the actions of the buttons. Okay, we're going now to the Xcode and we're heading to the main storyboard in order to create an IB actions connections from the button to our coding class. Okay, so this is the cell for the recommended users. I will just expand content view, so that is the add button. Then we're calling this as an editor and we'll make an action connection. Okay, so here we'll select Friends View Controller. I'll scroll it right down. This is our load recommended users. Just right after load recommended users, hold Ctrl Left mouse, drag it right over here. And we will write an action. It will be add button underscore clicked. Okay, very good. Then we've got one more for the remove button. Hold Ctrl from remove button, left mouse, drag it here. Remove button underscore clicked, and make sure that it's also of type of IB action connection. Okay, great. So we have made two action connection. Now we are going to our Friends View Controller in order to program it. So first of all, in both of these cases, we will have to access the index path row. So for that reason, we'll move to the function which is called cell for row index path. We will go to our recommended users. That is the one. And here we will create a tags. Here I'll write assign tags as index path row for further access. Okay, so here we'll write cell.add button dot tag equals to index path dot row. And the same we're doing for the remove button. Cell.remove button dot tag equals to index path dot row. Very good. So now we're going down in order to access this index path dot row. I'll start from the remove button. Okay, so here we will write, first of all, instead of sender, I want to just give a name remove button and of type UI button. Okay, so here we'll declare a new variable, let index path row equals to remove button dot tag. Here we are accessing index path. Very good. So after that, we need to access now the cell. Okay, so we will write something like let index or whenever we remove anything, guys. First, we need to guys remove the arrays in this. Okay, so here we are writing. We've got two arrays to be removed. Recommended users don't remove at index path row. Very good. Remove value in array. Then we've got recommended users dot remove at index path dot row. Okay, brilliant. If you have remember in the home view controller here as we have programmed it, we are declaring first the index path itself, not the index path row. Then we begin updates, then we delete rows, then we end updates. So this is what we need to do, guys. Okay, we have to go through the same procedure. Okay, remove here physical cell. So first we need to declare let index path, not index path row, equals to index path with a capital, open the round bracket, select the method with the row and the section. That is the one. So row will be our index path row, and the section here will be 1 at index 1 because people you may know it's a first section. Okay, very good. So then we start updates. We write here friends table view dot begin updates. Very good. Then we write friends table view dot delete rows at index path. So here we need to declare the array of the index path. So here we'll write index path, not row. And here we'll write with the automatic animation. Okay, so this one is executed when remove button has been clicked. Okay, just let's now check how this function works. It's very simple and very handy function. Okay, and right after that we will be going to the add button function. Okay, which is a little bit more complicated. So I'll just click on the Jackie Chan. Oops, here it got crashed. Okay, so it got some error. Okay, we'll have to just check it out one more time in order to debug it. Okay, I clicked one time, so nothing happened here. Okay, let's check with the section 0. We'll just check it out. Okay, very good. So I'll put here debuggers. So let's click that one. Okay, this is executed. Then that one we have removed this. Then it removed these two of them. Yes, guys, here we didn't do end update. So we need to write here friends table view and updates. Okay, now we're done. Okay, here we go. So I'll click remove and this person got removed. Okay, very good. So now we need to work with the add user. So this one is add friend button has been clicked. And here, first of all, we also need to access we need to access the index path of this. Let index path row equals 2, and here center will change to the add button. F type UI button will be equals to add button dot tag. The same thing we're doing here, accessing index path row, index path dot row, actually index path dot row. Okay, very good. So the thing is that whenever we click on this, we need to update the friendship status. So here there is a function update friendship status. That is the one with the action will be add. The user will be current user. Let ID or let user underscore ID equals to current user. Question marks, open and close square brackets, then in the quotation marks write ID, else return it. Okay, this is ID of the current user. ID of the current user. Now we need to access the ID of the friend that we're targeting. So let friend underscore ID equals to recommended users, open and close square brackets, then write index path row. Okay, this is ID of targeted user. Brilliant. So as user ID, we'll write user ID. As friend ID, we will write our friend's ID. Very good. So send HTTP request for the friendship. Okay, brilliant. So we'll just make sure that it works. Here must be Gardlet. Okay, we'll just make sure that it works. Among requests, I got no requests. So we'll now try to send a request. Okay, I'll click add friend, so the request must be sent. I'll check request. So here we go. The request has been sent, but here is a minor confusion for the friend ID and the user ID. As you see, it shows 0, which actually should not be shown as 0. Okay, so let's find out. Yeah, because here index path row, then must be square brackets again, and we need to access the value under the key under the key ID. Okay, now it will be working fine. So I'll remove this request, our test request, and I'll send a request to Nicole Kidman. Okay, still it shows the same. Let's cast it as being a string. Okay, I'll add her as being a friend, so it got collapsed. Okay, we will cast it as being integer. Okay, so I'm adding her to be my friend and I'm checking the request. So here we go now, everything works fine. Okay, another way to do it rather than force down casting this, we can do guard let and then else return. We can try to do it in this way. Or even in the guard let method you can just cast it. We'll just make sure that it works. So add friend, request, here we go. So everything is fine. This is a more secure way to access this. Okay, now what we need is, guys, whenever we added the friend, so we need to update this. So to update this, we need to access our cell because we need to hide these buttons. And here we will write let cell equals to table friends table view. Now cell for row at index, here we will have to access the index itself, not the index path row. Let index path equals to index path, open the round bracket, select the method with the row and section. So row will be here index, here must be 1, guys, because it's index 1. Okay, here will be row index path row, section will be first section because 0 section with the index 0 is the recommended requests of the friendships. Okay, so here cell for row at, and here is the our index path which we just have declared above, and we want to cast it as recommended user cell. Okay, here we are accessing cell for update of user interface or of user interface objects. Okay, so first of all, we want to hide these two buttons. So we'll write cell dot add button dot is hidden equals true. Then cell dot remove button dot is hidden equals true. Okay, let's now execute this, and let's execute it and make sure that it works fine. Okay, I'll add her. Here we go. So everything is working fine. Uh, then here we need to show the label. Then cell dot message label dot is hidden equals false. Hide and show objects. Okay, guys, so what I would like to do is I would like now to implement one more feature, which is an amazing feature, by the way. Request send. Okay, so then I want us to go to his page, load all the details, and then so we can let's say to cancel it, we can undo it, something like this. Okay, so first of all, as you know, we need to have some trigger because there are two types of scenario when we haven't added him to be a friend. And the second one, Nicole Kidman, first we didn't add him to the friend, and the second scenario, we send a request for the friendship. So then we need to manipulate this add button. Okay, so let's go and do this. For that, we must have a one trigger, which will be our so-called friendship status, but for the recommended users. Uh, we're going to the friends VC, and we will now start integrating this feature.